Capcom, you had one job. Okay, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Last time I reviewed a fighting game, I made a point to state this is going to be from a purely competitive perspective. Well, time changes all of us, and through doing these reviews, I look at these types of games from a consumer's viewpoint. That being said, yes, on the merits of its mechanics alone and the actual fighting game part of it, it's probably the best and most balanced fighter out there. From a strictly competitive standpoint, by all means, look into this game. I can guarantee this is going to be the big game at EVO for several years to come. However, listen to what I have to say before you go and buy this on Reflex. This game sells for $59.99. I want you to remember that while I go over this one. Let's knock out the low character count first. This game starts out with 16 characters all unlocked at the start, with 6 more coming in the form of DLC. There's 4 new characters, but fighters like Armika and Birdie have been gone for so long they might as well be new far as I'm concerned. Many people have complained about the low character count, especially how its sparring partner Mortal Kombat 10 released with, I think, somewhere around 500 characters for the same price. Of course, those fuckers are also re-releasing the game with all the fancy DLC they've added at the original price of the game, thus ensuring WB's place as a rotten bastard gutting its community for cash. The basic game modes are Story, Training, Versus, and Survival mode. I'm saving the most offensive one for last, so getting the easy ones out of the way, Training and Versus modes are exactly what you'd think they are. Except Versus mode in this one doesn't let me fight just the computer. You know, like its predecessor did. Survival mode has a fair bit of complexity to it. Unlike how those modes typically go, the arbitrary points you win for doing certain things go to buy power-ups after the match. I mean, the only one that really matters is more HP, but it's a nice thought. In fact, it's the only part of the game I'd say has any nice thought to it. Versus mode has a nice touch where you select which character you want to play and what stage you'd prefer in a separate menu brought up when you start matchmaking. This helps speed things up, but you do have to take time to go into a separate menu anytime you want to switch characters. So I guess that balances out. Now we come to the inexcusable story mode. Now let's take a trip through time and have a look at what this series used to do in their main series games. Typically you get a bit of dialogue at a rival fight, then an ending cutscene. Rival Fight gives you a bit of info as to motivations, and the ending cutscene will either say every character including Dan can defeat the great evil of the land, and or what they did after the story. In fact, it's something I really liked about Street Fighter 4's story. There were multiple sets, and the one you could play as was like the most important one plot-wise, so it made sense how even Rufus could take down who is essentially Street Fighter Cell. What does Street Fighter 5 do? 3 to 7 fights with about 2-minute cutscenes breaking up every match. No shit, folks. Doing certain characters like Fang, you actually spend more time watching shitty cutscenes explaining extremely basic and easily explained motivations than playing the game you just spent $60 fucking on. So, how would I fix this? Simple, just do what Street Fighter 4 did. Let's use Fang as an example. In his story mode, you fight Bison a couple times and get the info Fang lost to him, so now he's Bison's bitch. You spend probably 6 to 8 minutes on these stupid cutscenes and can beat all these fights in about 30 seconds a pop. Okay, so what you do instead is have a short scene where Fang is all, "I was sent to kill Bison, but upon seeing his power, I'm in mad love, bro. Now no one shall defeat my master." Then you get your 7 fights or so until the rival. Quick little skit between Fang and a rival character, I'd say Vega, then fights the final boss fight. He gets his scene at the end, and bam, I played the game longer than I watched it. The way it worked last time wasn't broke, Capcom. You don't have to fix it. Oh yeah, it doesn't run worth a damn either. Seriously, folks, the game lags just in the menus. Good luck getting a match also. You'll be waiting typically 5 minutes or so. At least that was my experience. Intros to the offline matches lag out, and I've no idea anymore if online matches people are rage quitting or the servers dropped our game. Don't get me wrong, it technically works better than a certain other fighting game I've reviewed, at least I can say I played people. And there have been enough stable matches that I've been able to enjoy the game for about 10 minutes at a time. Still though, I can't recommend anyone buy this. PC or PS4. It's an unfinished product selling for $60, and compared to its peers, it's a massive price gouge for the content. But I do recommend competing in it. So, where do you practice it? Well, for me, it's a place like this. Seriously though, folks, I'm incredibly conflicted with this game. I mean, it's Street Fighter. This is the game to compete in. But fuck Capcom. And I know there's other little bits here and there I forgot to mention that further fleshes out how shady a release this is. Like the ability to unlock the ability to purchase a costume that has yet to be released. Capcom wanted to get the game out in time for EVO, but it feels like they were sitting back in their chairs saying, look at these idiots. We can slap Street Fighter on the box and they'll pay $100 for the game and the season pass, while they drink the blood of orphaned children.